You can fix anything with a zip tie. Right, don't fall, don't... Fuck! Try and do a donut. And do an actual drift. Can 15 zip ties hold this together? Today, I'm going to be trying to fix this with zip ties. A lot of zip ties. I'm at Learn to Drift. Now, at Learn to Drift, you learn to drift. This is where I've been spending my last few drift days. The team down here are fantastic, hence why they've let me borrow their forklift. Ladies, I know what you're thinking, forklift certified, keep it in your pants. But today's about drifting. Well, not drifting, but repairing a drift car. Drifters claim you can fix anything with a zip tie, so I'm going to put that to the test. I have a shitload of zip ties, and I've set myself the challenge of, can I fix this with only zip ties and perform a drift? Let's go. On my previous drift day, I had a small accident. Yeah, well, not really an accident. The wheel fell off. Before we start filming, I thought I'd actually show you the extent of what's happened. So the original part that failed was that little ball joint there, and that should be attached to that there. That failed, that snapped, and the whole control arm fell out, resulting in the suspension coming with it, and as you can see, the wheel fell off. This is the challenge that I've set myself for today. I don't know how this is going to go. I don't know if it's going to work. And then we're hopefully going to go out on the Stafford track and see if my zip tie drift repair is any good. Now, some eagle-eyed viewers, if you have Instagram, you might recognise this car. We've been using this car for social media purposes. It is my practice car, but it is my beloved shitbox. It's a bit dirty at the moment, but the recent events that we've done with this car is we've done a pastrami challenge, which is me and Adam C did a unbolted seat drift challenge. And just generally, we've been fucking around with this shitbox until it died, and it's finally died, so we're going to try and repair it with zip ties.
The lack of cable ties.
Right, you are a drifter, so you've brought a drift car, a very nice drift car, but...
Well, questionable.
Yeah, but this is the result of what happens in drifting.
I don't know when I clipped it. Was it here? I mean, it was held on by cable ties, so... It could have been
See, right, you've just answered my question there, held on by zip ties.
Yeah, all of it.
So,
well, the whole rear end is. Yeah.
So the whole rear end?
And front.
Now, is it true?
Side skirts,
is it true that drifters believe they can fix anything with a zip tie?
I would say 90%. Yeah.
Do you reckon that is in that 90%?
Questionable. You might have to go to the steel zip ties for that one, I think. I don't think plastic could hold it up.
It's all about having the right tools for the job, but eagle-eyed viewers again might realise I am currently wearing a head twat camera. Do not laugh, I'm on my own today. There are people around to help, but it's Team Brad today. So I thought, tell you what, I'm going to spice it up a bit and add a POV style camera angle view thing. So do not judge. Yeah, I hate wearing this because it does make you look like an absolute twat, but we're going to do it. Anyway, let's crack on with the repair. I did think it might be worth potentially trying to take the wheel off first, because the wheel is quite heavy. Now, some people would use a breaker bar, some people would do this and that and this and that. Listen, oh no. Professional YouTubers would probably give some form of safety warning to say, you have to do this, you have to do that. I'm a trained professional. Well, I say in videos I'm a trained professional. I am not. Right. Okay. So that is the wheel off. I got these on bar from, I think, from Driftworks. I think Driftworks sent me them, which are lovely budget-friendly wheels. A professional would do the next step, which is Right, that is the toe. Shit. That's quite bent, but we'll ignore that for now. Right. This is, I think, where things go. Now this is an angle kit. For those who don't know what an angle kit is, this lower control arm is extended, so it allows for, with obviously the correct like tie rods and other bits and supporting mods, it allows the wheel to turn at a greater angle, hence angle kit. Funnily enough, so that's I think a Wizard Lock kit, so budget friendly one. I think it extends out about 2 inches. So if we go around the other side, I can actually show you the difference between an angle kit and a stock. So that one is stock, and as you can see, it's very short. It's very small compared to the Wizard Lock one, which is very long. So yeah, it'll be interesting. If we can get this fixed, I can physically show you the difference of where that wheel sits and where the angle, because it really does stick out. We're trying to get everything into position. I see what this guy means about a hammer now, actually, because how am I going to do this? This is where I'm going to have to be creative. I might need to cheat. I might need to use a hammer just for 30 seconds. We need to see if we have a hammer. A hammer! Yeah! It's a big hammer. I don't know. Am I trusted? Can I be trusted with a hammer? Probably. They do have the Learn to Drift Snack Shack. So yeah, there's food as well. It's very upsetting when now I'm trying to fix a piece of shit, watching all the other drifters out there. This is going to be an awkward bloody thing to do, this is. Come on, there we go, there we go, there we go. Ah, finger! I'm too delicate for this kind of shit. No, man up, Brad, man up! I need to lift this up more. If there's one good thing about drifting tracks is there is shitloads of tyres everywhere. Right, don't fall, don't... Fuck!
I might need to use a hammer just for 30 seconds.
We're making progress. I haven't even zip tied anything yet. Shit. Right. I wonder if I'm going about this the wrong way. I wonder if I could try and secure that first, and then it'll take all the weight off. Maybe. Do not try this at home. Or do, if you know what you're doing. I don't. Now I've got bits. Ha ha ha! Oh God, it does, for those who know this car and know what we've recently done with this car, it still smells. Oof. Suspension. Ah! The top of the struts broke. Ah, right. So that's just made this a little bit harder. The top of the struts broke, so I've actually got nothing to... Interesting. Very interesting. Right, I've got an idea. What I'm going to do, I'm going to drill holes in the side of there because the top of the strut mount is broke, so I'll have no way of securing that to the top. So I'm going to drill loads of holes and just zip tie the actual suspension to the car. What could go wrong? Hole drilling time. So this is what I'm doing so far. I'm just going to be drilling holes up the struts, sort of interior, and then yeah, I'm just going to be zip tying that to the car because yes. I'm having a bit of an issue with the drill. but I think pilot hole and then going bigger. Right, so we're going to try. If I borrow a jack, I can jack it up so I'm not killing myself, because that's quite heavy to hold up with one hand and try and do that. So let's get a jack. Oh, fuck, that's how I set it. Right, that's kind of in place. Almost. We will find a way. Thumb. Motherfucker. Ah, shit. That is almost in. We are in! Let's get the first zip ties. Let's use these heavy duty ones because these look tough as shit. Right, problem, they're not quite long enough. I'm gonna have to double up on this one because this is going to be a very awkward way to repair a vehicle. I wouldn't recommend it. First miniature victory is we have successfully taken all jacks off, so it's held by its weight with a single zip tie. So at the moment, that is a victory. Am I actually going to do a thing? Oh, hang on. Huh, problem. Why is this so far out? Something catastrophic might have actually happened here, because that shouldn't be like that. Why? Shit. I might consult one of the experts because I don't know, something strange has happened. See, we've just consulted one of the experts who lent me the jack. So what we're going to have to do is I'm going to have to take one of them wheels out to lower the car down. Then hopefully that means I can jack that up enough to put that in place. So before I put any more zip ties on the control arm around the subframe, I'm going to have to try and secure the shock in place. That's the priority at the moment. Now, for any female viewers watching, be prepared for a sexual trigger warning, because forklift certified. Probably. Oh, is there a handbrake on this thing? Oh. No, the handbrake doesn't work, so I'm going to have to be quick. You just take the jack out for now. Oh shit, it's pulled the bush out. Forklift certified. I think there should be an OnlyFans just for forklift drivers. Sex on four wheels, baby. Yeah! Forget drifting in a car, you need drifting on a forklift, look. Right, at this point, this is just raw sex appeal. Right, that is now in. Oh, I have made a mistake. That needs to try and go in first. This is not as easy as I thought. Right, we're in. Right, that bush has come out again. The strut obviously needs to go into that hole, but that is where it's originally broke. So that bush there, or so that ball joint there should be attached to this shiny bit. But now the problem is, every time I'm trying to move this into position, I managed to get this into the bush, but now the bush has slid out. So now I need to try and find a way to secure that into there. These control arms have got holes in them, so I'm trying to find ways to zip tie these to something. So the Learn to Drift team are helping, as you can see. Now, to be fair, these guys actually have got work to do, so drifters. I've called in the help of some Learn to Drift guys, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
We don't either, but we're going to have a go.
You know a lot. You guys are drifters, which means professional zip ties, Corey, would you say? Seasoned zip ties, that's it. New caption across, seasoned zip ties.
Basically one in here, holding it on, so that shouldn't come out. Obviously we have to try and get a few more in there.
I was going to say, we have got hundreds of zip ties, thanks to GSF, so... Oh, hang on, we're in the hole now.
Exactly.
Oh, look at that! Professionals on it for like 5 minutes. In theory, that is now bush in. It's now on the bit where the ball joint snapped, and we are in the top of the suspension strut. So now we've just got to find a way of
Add more. So I've got one here, and so I've got a few more in there.
Yeah,
A couple more in here.
just a shit ton around the whole, just everything. As many as we can, really. Right, that's the plan now. So we are seeing the finish line at this point, ish.
I find this quite entertaining, to be honest. I don't know if we can actually make it work.
Oh, now there's a lovely hole in the engine mount.
Close to the bush as you can, mate.
Huh?
Close to the bush you
I've got to go in
can.
this hole here. I've got no other option.
Yeah, I'd go through the hole just because then...
But we can go through the hole, but we can also go like under it as well.
Yeah, just all of them, literally. Let's use
Okay,
the
like-
entire pack of zip ties.
Just get
If this works, it's going to be a miracle. No, Brad, have faith. Have faith. Progress update. There isn't one. I don't... Yeah, so the holes that I've drilled for the suspension are completely pointless because I forgot that the angle kit brings the strut out quite a bit, so there's no point in zip tying that. I've managed to get, with help, everything in place. We've got 15 zip ties holding it together, and the problem is I've now run out of room to zip tie things to. So the big question is, can 15 zip ties hold this together? I'm not gonna lie, having all these drift cars drifting in the background is making me sad. I wonder how many zip ties their cars have. Is that a dog? See, now we've got it in position, it is simply a quantities game. The more we put on, the stronger this is going to be. I'm thinking it might be best to put the wheel back on and then jack the car down to try and... See, he's just showing off. He's just showing off because I can't drift anymore. Fucking hell. Yeah, proper drift cars, shitbox drift car, but I can guarantee he wouldn't attempt this repair on something like that. I've stripped my fair share of hubs lately, so I'm just being delicate for once. Anyone that knows me is probably going to be shocked they've just heard those words come out of my mouth. I'm being delicate. Now, I have to apologise for the quality of today's video. This wasn't really a planned video. This wasn't a properly scripted video. I haven't got Johnny or Zach or any of the normal people that normally help or just at the events with me. This is strictly solo. This is honestly, if you've never done drifting, I highly recommend just coming down to learn to drift. It's not expensive at all. It's like, I think sub £50, I think, for like a trial sort of test. Worth every penny, because just like me, I've been in drift cars for years. The first time I got to properly drift myself, I was, and it is quite difficult. It takes some getting used to. So you sort of, if you're quite a competitive person, moment of truth. We'll try and get you guys close to the action here, because this is going to be the first test to see if it holds the weight. Another turn on warning for the ladies in the audience, because Brad is back on the forklift. Hey! Forklift certy, baby. There we go. Oh. Keep it in your pants. Wait. We have officially removed Jack. Jack officially removed. J-O. Oh, Jack officially removed. Yes! Now I just need to jack the other side up, remove them wheels, and hopefully, in theory,
It should work.
in theory, no handbrake on this. Right, just in case these zip ties blow the fuck up. Because I've got a feeling the suspension is not in place, but it's okay. I might just leave this here because I've got a feeling we're going to need it very, very soon. Oh shit, forklift's rolling. Have I actually done a thing? The car is now officially held up by its own weight. I just need to make sure these are tight now, because, I mean, the car is now on its own weight. The zip ties, the control arm is in position. My concern at the moment is the top of the strut. As you can see, it's now on an angle, so the suspension isn't really in position, but right, so we're gonna try and start it and turn the wheel and see if nothing breaks. So basically, yeah.
Got a few little clumps, but nothing snapped yet.
I don't know if Andy, the owner of Learn to Drift, is going to be impressed by our handiwork. Mate, she's on her own weight-ish. What do you reckon out of 10? Do you reckon it's going to work?
Find out.
Find out, he says. As much as the ladies watching this video have enjoyed watching me on the forklift, oozing sexual energy, I'm gonna have to ask one of the other lads to jump on the forklift because we're gonna fork it off the trailer and I don't want that to drop and the suspension fall out of place. Oh, that coilover is not gonna survive. She's technically on the ground, ready to do a test run, I suppose. It is the time you've been waiting for. We're at Learn to Drift in Stafford. The zip tie front axle repair is finished, and now we're going to test it out by going full send round the long hairpin corner. I really don't think this is going to work. We were set the challenge, we've managed to make it work, but the big question is, will it actually survive one corner? Let's find out. Let's try that again. Let's try second gear hydro now. Well, it technically did a drift, in a way. We'll call that 50-50, we'll take it, challenge accepted. What's the next challenge? Come down to Learn to Drift. Let's go, baby! As you can see, by it didn't technically work, but it technically did work because, as you've just seen, it did a drift. A single drift. It did one. It did it.
Being a top cable tie technician,
Yeah.
If a couple of cable ties don't fix it, then you ain't used enough of them.
Wise words, you see. Wise words. So really what you need to do is, if you think you need 10, use 20. If you think you need 20, use 100. If you think you need 100, just give up. Because more than 100 zip ties, as we've proven, just does fuck all. So move on to the next thing. Challenge accepted. What is the next challenge we should do?